What's up, y'all? This is Homeroom with Podcast Season 4, episode 115. Oh my God, I'm yelling and I heard an echo. I'm gonna stop. So anyway, how are y'all doing today, man?
I'm good.
I'm making it.
I'm like Frosted Flakes, man. I'm great.
Okay,
Fair
all right.
All right, cut that in post.
Yep. We're just gonna clip that. We're gonna clip that. That's the clip right there. That's the clip. That's the one.
Cornflakes, because that was corny. No,
Cut that one in post too.
more like cornflakes.
No more cereal puns. Cut it all in post.
Oh, just cut it all in post. All right. Okay, so we're here to talk about, obviously, the biggest thing that everybody's been talking about. People have been dropping massive think pieces on Will Smith's walking up there and slapping Chris Rock. Initially, okay, just keep it at your initial. When you first seen it, what did you think? Just keep it just in the isolation. When you first seen it, I don't want to hear about nothing else. Just when you first seen it, go, Lee.
When I first seen it like I was only able to watch it once, so I was like, oh, Will Smith just defending his wife, and that's what I thought, and I was like, oh, okay, yeah, go Will. Yeah, that's all I thought at the moment.
Okay, Frankie.
When I first saw it, I thought it was staged.
Okay.
I can feel that.
Yeah.
Shar?
When I first saw it, I could tell it was very real, and I was like, "What is happening? This is not staged." Will is obviously mad as hell. I didn't know they had beef. Like, I was like, "What is happening?"
Okay.
Because I didn't see the whole clip. I only saw the smacking part initially. I only saw the smacking part. So just seeing that alone, I was like, "What the hell is going on?"
Right.
Yeah, I have to say the same thing. I'm with Shar. I only saw the smack at first, and I was like, "Holy shit, he did not just do this at the Oscars." Like, that was my first thought. Was like, and it wasn't until after when, Will was talking about, keeping people's wives' names out their mouth. I said, "Oh my God, he was not fucking kidding around," and I was like, my jaw had dropped. Like, I was like, this really happened.
Yeah, I like saved the video so I could look at it later. I was like, okay, I can't analyze this right now.
I saw, like, when I first saw it, I saw it from the joke all the way to it. Like, that's when I first saw it until he got back to his seat. That's when I was like, oh, it's staged, because when you saw the camera, like, you saw him, he was laughing. You saw Will laughing. And then people are laughing, and then it cuts, and then you see Will Smith's over there. So you're like, oh, so that's why I thought it was staged until he got back to his seat.
So
right.
They also, at the same time that Will is laughing, you can see Jada is not laughing at all.
Right.
I saw that because I wanted to get to that when I started analyzing it.
Mm-hmm. There's so much to unpack here.
That's the next question.
Okay. So look. So when I saw it, I had the fortunate pleasure of seeing the Australian version. So I saw the full thing, full context. I didn't miss anything. So I saw Jada unhappy. I saw his first joke, right? His first joke that he made, and Will Smith was still laughing. And then he made that joke about Jada, but Will was over there like he was weak as fuck off that first joke. Whatever that first joke was, he was already weak as fuck.
Okay.
Like, he was already weak. So, like, he's already like, ha, 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 ha. So when that joke got made, it didn't have it went in, and it had to process because he was already laughing. And then he was like processing it, and he's looking at Jada, and everything is probably in slow motion for him. He's like, oh shit, this is bad.
He's like, I gotta save face.
And then right. So then he went up there. I seen him slap him, and I seen him get back to his seat and say, yo, he's like, keep my wife's name out there. Fuck him. I was like, yo, what is going on? I said, Will Smith. I said, not Will the Prince. He a fresh thug. Like, what's going on?
Nah, see, that
no, I'm just messing. I'm just messing.
No, I think that first joke wasn't that funny, so I don't think he was weak off that first joke. I think he was laughing.
No, he was laughing. He was laughing off the first joke. In the
I know he was laughing off the first joke.
But what Frankie is saying, if you pay attention to his body language and look at his face, he doesn't really find it funny. He's just laughing it off because he's like, "Oh, it's Oscars, it's Chris Rock, whatever."
Yeah.
Then he looks at his wife and completely.
No. He's not. I'm not talking about the G.I. Jane joke. There's a joke before the G.I. Jane joke.
And I'm saying
when he's laughing at that, you can tell he still doesn't really think it's funny. He's just laughing because he's there and the camera's on him.
He was already laughing. He was already in the process. Whether he was really laughing or fake laughing, he was already in the process of laughing.
We are already in our first debate, and we're like 5 minutes in.
I'm already there.
Yeah.
I'm just saying my first reaction.
Yeah, no, I know.
That's fine.
Yeah, and I'm stating off of that one too. I'm just saying, too.
Okay, yeah. I was just saying my first reaction.
I'm sorry, I'm a psychology major, so I've been reading body language and stuff, and all I'm saying is I don't think he ever found any of it funny. He was going along with it to hold the peace, and then his wife is what really made him snap.
But he didn't even. The first joke wasn't even about Jada.
What was the first joke?
Will. The first joke was something completely it was just an opening line. It was something completely different. It was unrelated.
Oh,
that's what I'm telling you. He was already weak. Like I had an extra 20 seconds on the front end of my video.
Yeah, I know. I was watching that too, but I was just saying I'm saying with Shar, and I agree with that one too. I I said, and that one. I get he was laughing on that one too, but I think he was able to transition off of that one too. That's all.
I will say that there was a clear pause before and after each joke, and that's where I'm going to interject here. Is after the G.I. Jane joke, there was a clear pause where you can hear the audience go, "Oh," like some of the audience was like, "Oh, hold on," you can hear it. It's audible. And Will Smith is definitely laughing, I would have said. And then, or to me, that's how I interpreted it. And then, he was like, "Oh, I thought it was funny." Chris Rock was like, "Oh, come on, it was a good one," And then you see Will Smith is laughing. Then he looks over to Jada. She's like, and he's like, "Oh,
wait, does anybody have the footage? So
Smooth is saying he's referring to a completely different joke than that joke. Like before that,
a completely different joke than that joke.
I know there was another joke before that joke. I know.
Yeah,
there was a pause after. Is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Like, I feel like we should get to like our because like I feel like everybody took a second take, right? Like we all started analyzing it, what just happened, and I need to look more into this because I know I did, and I found out some shit because apparently Will Smith and Chris Rock have beef.
I didn't know that either.
Yeah.
Wait, we're getting too far ahead. We getting too far ahead. We got to analyze the.
Yeah.
We're
going too far. Like I'm
going to the past, the history.
All right, so
no, but I do want to say this. If anybody has the chance, watch the Japanese version. Okay, it's them translating it live in Japanese. That is probably the funniest version of the broadcast.
I did watch I watched that version, but I didn't see the joke before the G.I. Jane joke.
No, that one doesn't have it. The Australian one has the full thing, but the Japanese version is just funny because it's being translated. Like he translated, keep my wife's name out your fucking mouth. He translated that. He translated it. That part had me crying. He's like, I was like, what?
That's hilarious. I'm dead.
Yeah, that's the version I watched.
The Japanese version had me crying. Frankie, did you have the clip or something? Like
I have
you looked something up.
I'm
looking for like the whole because you have to look at the ABC
one
there? for the. But I know a lot of it's been taken down too, though. Because I don't have the ABC one anymore.
Oh dang!
I'm gonna look for it too.
Are you looking for it?
Yeah.
But you can't play your screen though. Oh yeah,
I
just
have
if
it.
somebody send it to me. Yeah, if you could send
Yeah.
it to me, that's cool.
I can
That's
send
a
it
good. Yeah, that would be good too.
Yeah.
to you.
Am I logged into my Twitter?
I hope you are.
No.
I got the one from Twitter. Yeah, here we go.
I have
is
this
the
one right here.
This is the Japanese version.
Oh, if y'all got it, and y'all
Oh
can
no,
share
I have the one because I don't have the, I
Okay,
don't have the first
so
joke.
hey y'all.
But he
Okay,
wants the
sorry.
Japanese
So
version. I got
he's
that one.
talking to. I'm at the part where he's addressing Denzel, talking about the whole King Richard stuff, right? Thank you, Shar.
Mhm.
This is the Japanese version.
Yeah,
Wait, where'd you send it to?
I sent it to the Instagram. Where you want me to send it?
To the chat, right?
I can't do that because I don't have access to that right now.
Oh,
The private. Okay.
drop it in Discord.
No,
Oh,
she
okay.
said-
You can drop
yeah.
it there. All right.
Yeah, drop it in Discord. But yeah, man. So
Oh, here I got this one here. Let me show you this
What
one
is
real fast.
oh, she logged herself out, jumping back and
Huh?
forth.
Here we go. It's in Discord now.
Better than logged herself out. Let me see.
Actually, wait. Here, let me do this one so you actually freaking hear the audio. Hold on.
That's not the Japanese version though, but
No,
I dropped one.
this one you see him before the other joke too.
Okay.
Let me know if you hear it or not.
Does that woman have braids behind them? Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Is that a white woman or a black woman? Oh, sorry.
No, I can't hear the audio.
Okay, that's what I'm saying.
Okay,
So-
I'm back. Sorry, y'all. I do not know that always happens to me. Thank you for putting this clip on, by the way.
Yeah. We rocking. What just happened?
I was like, what?
Yeah. But anyway, to fill in the meantime, oh, there we go. All right, we're back. Never
You got
mind.
it?
We're back.
Okay, thank you.
Jada, I love you. G.I. Jane 2, can't wait to see it. All right?
Clear pause. He's clearly laughing.
eye roll.
That was a nice one. Okay. I'm out here. Richard.
Then he gets up. And that's what I was saying.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
wow.
every time.
Will Smith.
Yeah. It's like Will Smith. They all edited it.
I feel like he was legit.
Yeah. Cut out the audio. Yeah, the only people that have the audio is the Twitter versions.
Yeah, see, because
Yeah.
but this right here, because this is one where he's laughing at the previous joke.
Jada, I love you.
Right.
Yeah.
Can't wait to see it.
So
All right?
clearly my
And then he's clearly laughing right there.
Yeah.
Right after that joke. There
I
is
feel
a
like he
space
was actually
between.
laughing, and then he looked over.
Hold on, let me get to it.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, because look, no, she looked at him with that look. No. So look at her face though. She's like, what the fuck you finna say?
Yeah,
Now
look, eye roll.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why he probably says, "What? That was a good one," because he saw Jada's face.
Well, no, because
I definitely think he said
he
that
was saying it was nice. Yeah, because he was saying it was nice because like it wasn't mean.
Yeah, it wasn't mean, and I don't believe it was said with.
Oh man, I
No,
thought you were
I'm
going
saying that
to
was a nice one. as in-
I'm going to the other one because I have to switch tabs.
Oh, you going to the other
No,
one?
he's saying that's a nice one. Is that was a nice joke? Like that was a good one. You got to give him my props.
Yeah.
I think he meant nice as in like it wasn't mean.
No, that's not what
it
he
was a
meant.
solid joke.
No,
He's talking
I
about
agree.
a solid
I agree
joke.
with
Come on,
Scar
it's a
that
good
it
one.
was just
That's
it
what
was
he
just a
said.
clever
That's a
joke.
good one. Like that was a good joke.
Like I told a really good joke.
You said that was
you
a
gotta
good
give
one.
him-
No,
I mean, it slick was though. Like I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
It was funny.
I will get into that too.
But
knowing
knowing her condition is fucked up.
Well,
But not knowing her condition, like
I wasn't aware
outside,
either.
it was a good joke.
Yeah, I mean, Jada has had short hair for like since the 90s.
Years.
Like we're not gonna sit here and
Yeah.
act like that's new.
That's what I was like saying, because like it's not like she ain't been fucking bald before, or
Exactly.
and, like
So I didn't know it had anything to do
Her
with
hair
alopecia.
with Willow.
Right.
Yeah.
like that shit was blowing me so hard because like I was just like you can't be this pissed over a fucking.
Oh, here's the Japanese one, y'all.
Oh my god.
Oh, wow. Wow. Will Smith just smacked the shit out of me.
ウィル・スミスにやられました。
Wow, dude. It was a G.I. Jane joke.
G.I. ジェーンのジョークだったんです。
I'm going to, okay?
Feel that.
I can, okay.
See, he's a better man than me.
Greatest night in the history of television.
テレビ史上最高の場面でしょうか。
So we are here to give a documentary out, to give an Oscar out.
Yeah, so.
But he handled that very well. Chris Rock handled that very well.
Initially, yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Because you could tell he really wanted to say some shit. He really wanted to get some shit off.
No, he definitely bit his tongue on that one.
He was like, you know what? This is the Oscars. This ain't a Vibe Awards. Let me keep it together.
No, he's a better man than me.
Exactly.
Oh, he's right material. His tickets to go see him jumped from $49 to $300, the lowest price you can take to go see him. I think it's like $350, $349, something like that now.
Wow.
That's the minimum.
Wow, did not know that.
Power of social media. Okay? Power of social
He's
everybody like, oh, I know he's finna roast him.
Advantage.
Yeah, and he's already going. You can't slap a comic while he's about to go on tour. He just write new material. He's finna write you in there. He was
embracing it. He put his hands behind his back. He might as well put his chin out and said, "Please." This was just money to be made for Chris Rock. Like,
oh yeah, Will Smith finna be getting roasted. He thought the entanglement stuff was bad. This is finna be worse, like 100 times worse. Like, did y'all hear? Dude on what is that called? He does it with Charlemagne, the guy that does the podcast with Charlemagne.
Breakfast Club?
No, not Breakfast Club. The one that's funny, like they try and be funny.
The one that's funny.
So it's a white dude that does it with him.
I don't remember his name.
What is it called?
Not ringing a bell.
Hold on. I got it right here. Hold on.
I don't know. I think Chris Rock should come for his pockets. I think
so too.
For assault.
Yeah. So yeah, let's go on.
Schultz.
Yeah.
Andrew Schultz went on a 3-minute roast session of Will Smith. It was it was bad. But it was funny. It was funny as fuck, but it was bad. I'm like, God damn. And I'm like, he came up with that in just 3 minutes, like at the beginning of his podcast. Just did a monologue, just straight roasting him.
I need you to ask what all of our thoughts are on this, because I got something to say.
Oh, well then go ahead. Get off.
Oh, you don't have to start with me because your man's over there started this, so you can start with him.
Oh my god.
Who's my man's? There's 2 guys here.
What's to the writing? He just said that he feels like he should be charged. You should start with him because he started with voicing his opinions. I like to.
Well, he should be charged. Okay, go ahead, Lee.
Well, I feel like he should be charged because he did it in such a public setting. And then, I feel like if he wasn't a celebrity, security guards would have been up there in a minute. And then that just didn't happen. So there's a whole nother conversation there that celebrities get this kind of immunity to that. Because that was definitely unprecedented. He should not have had access to be able to walk up on there.
Well, I get the access to walk up there. I do think honestly that because he's a celebrity like that, like you said, he has that immunity, which they should have escorted him out of the building.
Oh yeah, that was another thing that confused me about it. I was just like, are you serious? He's just able to do that, sit back down and enjoy the Oscars, and then furthermore get an Oscar.
Yeah, but nothing happened.
And cry.
No, yeah, cry just work the waterworks.
I'm just mad that everybody they let him do that and they get to sit back down and no one's gonna be like, yo,
no, nobody questioned it. Nobody questioned it.
They gave him a standing ovation.
Exactly. Why?
No, but I'm saying even before that, like Lee said, as soon as he did that, as soon as he got back to his seat, it should have been and they could have done it when the other people were up on stage for the next award. But yeah, you got to get up out of here.
Oh yeah, No, like
Diddy funny.
Yeah.
Y'all see Diddy's comments?
I haven't seen any of them.
Oh yeah, he said it during the Oscars. He's like, yeah. Will Smith, we're gonna get y'all together. We're gonna figure this out like brothers in the back. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't got
My
no
mama
business
told
doing
me
it.
that.
Chris Rock left
Because
early.
this is love. Because he calls himself
Yeah.
love. Yeah, and he was like,
Diddy said that they squashed the beef, but Chris Rock left early, and that was a thing too. But we could go on with that one because even his freaking acceptance speech pissed me off too. Like the more, like I said, the more I go into this, and then the more you read about it and you go over it, like the more it pisses me off.
Yeah, like
and he
whole
partied in the club that night with the Oscar.
That's what I'm saying. The more
Miami.
Yeah. I don't know. Like I think he should be charged. It's just like I feel like we put celebrities on such a high pedestal, and this is just the perfect example of this. It's like I don't know. I felt like he should have been escorted out of the building after that. But like he was able to walk. He was able to adjust his suit, walk back down, sit down, continue to talk shit. And then nobody came up.
Like, yeah, and the thing is, and I'll put it this way: if I go smack Smooth in the middle of the street and someone else sees it, it doesn't matter. Smooth doesn't want to press charges. My ass doesn't get arrested.
Yeah, just assault.
At least, at the very least, for fucking questioning.
Yeah, like why the fuck did you do that?
Yeah. So, and that's what I mean. Like the more I go into it, like the more it pisses me off. But yeah, I said Chris Rock's a better man than me because I would have. We would have been scrapping. I would have followed him back to his chair. I probably would have hit him with his chair. We'd have been doing some WWE shit. Because I'm just saying, like, you're not gonna smack me in fucking front of everybody over a fucking joke, and that's the thing. Is like you don't get to discuss intent.
It's so many people watch this shit. Are you serious? Like, luckily he's a comedian. He's gonna be making nothing but money off of this whole situation.
Oh yeah, his tour's about to sell out.
Yeah, no, he making bank because people just want to hear that side of the story.
Sold more tickets in the last 24 overnight, so in 12 hours, than they did in the last month for his shows.
Right.
So, yeah. But the other reason why I say Chris, because now what happens is Chris is saying anybody that, hey, the other reason I would have fucking fought back, even if I would have lost, because now he's saying I ain't shit. You can do whatever the fuck you want. You can walk all over me, and it is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what he proved right there too. So it's like, yo, if Chris Rock says something and you don't like it, just smack the shit out of him. So like, I'm not taking that L.
Damn.
Go ahead, ladies. One of you guys.
I'm just patiently waiting for a question because I feel like we're just kind of like, yeah, me and Shar are on the same page.
I can already tell.
I'm like, y'all ready to
y'all,
move forward?
Based off of everything you said, you're not about to agree with what I'm about to say, but I don't care. I'm gonna say it anyway. I see both sides of this, so I understand why Will did what he did. Am I condoning him hitting Chris Rock? No. However, I understand as a man and your woman feeling some kind of way about a man coming at her for a condition she has, and you seeing how upset she is and you snapping to defend her, I understand why he did that. I do. I get it. I don't feel like he should be arrested. I think that's a little extreme. I don't feel like there should be.
Yeah.
That's my opinion. I just don't know.
I'm asking to elaborate. I'm asking why.
I don't think he should be arrested. I said charged.
I don't think he should be charged either. I think that
agreed.
I think that humans, yes, sometimes they do emotional things. But a lot of celebrities have gotten away with a lot of things throughout the years on national television. I do think that, however, because he's Will Smith, people put him on a very high pedestal. So people are very shocked that it was Will Smith who did this, but they have to understand that Will Smith is tired of everybody coming for his family. They've been in the spotlight for the past 6 months, and he snapped.
It's their fault.
Again, am I condoning him smacking Chris Rock?
No, I'm
No,
saying it's their
but
fun. Jada put them in the spotlight, and he agreed to the red
anyways,
room.
Well, let her
I got a
finish
lot to
her
say
thought.
about
Let
that
her
too.
finish her thought. Come
I got a
on.
lot to say about that too, because I
Yeah.
really feel like the people are trying to twist things around and blame always on Jada, and that's not the case. But we can get into that a little later or a different podcast. Point is, I don't think he should be charged. I think that he understands that what he did was wrong. Obviously, he was crying on stage and apologizing, and this man is dealing
Except to
with
Chris
some
Rock.
things, and he's dealing with some things. You can see that through his emotions when he's accepted his award. I do think that he did get away with it because he's Will Smith, and we've never heard anything scandalous in that way with Will Smith. But I really do think that charges are a little too far. That's my opinion.
Okay.
Awesome.
Heather, anything you want to add?
I have a lot to say as well. Byron, as you know, as soon as the shit went down, I texted you and was like, "So when we gonna talk about this?" Because I was ready to go. I was fired up on Twitter, defending my point. And I'm ready to get on this podcast and be crucified for my opinion, because honestly, this is how I feel at the end of the day. So, and I hate to like always sound like I'm trying to like support Shar, but she just gets me. But I'm gonna have to say that I also understand both sides, and I also don't think that Will Smith should be charged. So let's break this down. Um, First, I would like to say let's consider that this is the Oscars. We're talking about an event that happens every year with Class A actors and actresses, and like everybody's dressed to the nines. Like this is like a very much like white collar event, right? Which I'm sure that's probably why most people are like, well, why wasn't he escorted out? Like, where's the
$1 billion
professionalism?
woman.
And that makes sense. That does make sense. I'm not saying that your opinions or thoughts are invalid, but I will say, we are talking about two legendary actors, that have years and years of like, prestigious, I don't know, they have like a platform underneath them. Like, we're not talking about two randos just getting up here and doing something, or two new C class or D class actors. We're talking about A class actors who have years and years and years experience in comedy, music, movies, all kinds of stuff. So let's start there. Second, I would like to say that Chris Rock always is an ass at the Oscars. Every time that he hosts the Oscars, he says some fucked up jokes. Let me say that again. Every time he hosts the Oscars, he says fucked up jokes. This is not new. The Oscars knows that. That's what Chris Rock does. And Chris Rock does what he's going to do. And that's why they keep choosing him as the host. This is like what? His third time, I think. This is like not the first time he's hosting. I can understand if this was his first time being up there and he just made a fool of himself and he just didn't know how to put his comedy in and he was kind of awkward and said the wrong thing. That would be a totally different narrative. But we're talking about somebody who has been the host multiple times, who has said jokes directly to the audience, to A-class actors, about themselves or their personal lives or their appearance. And like, this is not new. And I said this on Twitter, and I'm going to die on this hill. This is not new. Okay. But I would like to, again, support my friend Shar in the fact that that Will Smith has been going through a lot. We have to consider that Will Smith has been the butt of the joke for quite some time. And, for him to be yet again the butt of a joke, I mean, it makes sense. I mean, he publicly, anybody, especially when you're talking about the eyes of the world and social media, anybody that sees that, oh, Jada didn't like that joke, and Will Smith is sitting there kikiing about the joke, that I almost said the wrong thing. That man is going to get up there and try to do something to defend himself, because he's tired. I mean, it's just that simple. So I defend both sides. Chris Rock is a comedian. I personally, and this is where it gets to the nitty gritty, I personally hate, and this is a whole nother conversation in itself. I'm almost done. Sorry. But I personally hate that how PC the comedy community has become. We are talking about Chris Rock, a legendary comedian who has grown up in an era of other amazing legendary comedians who often say, I don't know, risque things to audiences, okay? And that's the whole reason why the Oscars chose him to be the host. He always does that. So there are some people who want to write 10-page think pieces on Twitter about toxic masculinity and the misogyny and talking about degrading the Black woman. I, as a Black woman who does not have alopecia, by the way, I know I got a wig on, but I don't have alopecia. I'm just saying, but me, myself, as a Black woman, we're talking about Chris Rock, who made a whole documentary about Black hair. He is not getting up there saying jokes to really, really nail Jada and make her feel like a piece of shit. Like we know that. Everybody in the world should know that. Everybody wants to make it into something else that it's not. And I'm gonna sit up here on my little hill, on my soapbox, and say, like, he was just kidding around. It's a joke. And I know everybody wants to say, well, where do we get to the boundaries of, like, when is a joke too much? You can't let comedians get on public platforms and just say whatever. And I get that. But again, this is Jada Pinkett Smith. First of all, I'm almost done. First of all, there's a lot worse that could have been said about Jada. Let's keep it real.
Yeah, that's the point I was gonna get to.
Right, Lee. I know you were right there.
G.I. Jane joke.
Exactly. I heard you say it earlier, Lee, and I 100% agree with you. He was merciful with that joke. So let's start there.
Exactly.
Secondly, Jada's hair has been short since the late 90s. Let's not act like this is brand new.
Exactly.
So I couldn't wait to get up here and talk my shit because I'm tired of everybody getting their panties bunched up every time a comedian says something that they don't like. I'm over it. Will Smith got up there and did what he had to do. I'm all here for it, especially as a Black woman. I'm here for it. But so I don't feel no type of way. Everybody wants to say, oh, we shouldn't condone violence, and we got, no offense, Lee, we got people running up on Capitol Hill, and it's all good, right? It's all good when everybody runs up on Capitol Hill, right? But let somebody say a joke about alopecia, then all of a sudden it's, I'm over it. I'm over it.
True point there.
I think they're using
very good point there.
Just to defend Will, because of Will Smith, honestly.
Yeah, well,
I honestly think that they're using alopecia to defend Will Smith. Like, honestly.
Well, Will Smith issued an apology earlier. He
did apologize.
He put out the PR statement that he had to. Himself. It's not like
we knew that was coming.
No, that was a bullshit apology like that too.
Yes,
but don't they all do that? So why like?
That's why I'm saying. No, I'm saying the more I think about it, pisses me off. But I'm just saying I think they're using alopecia to defend Will Smith. And that I'm leaving it at that.
Yeah, because okay. So my piece on it, like I'm all for comics just roasting the fuck out of people.
Me too.
I would have preferred if Chris Rock after that roasted them into the ground for the next 5 minutes. I honestly would have preferred that, like over him going out sad the way he did. But him saving it for later. He's gonna make so much money, and I'm so happy for him. He's gonna be balling. Like he's gonna come off that tour.
Smart thing. He did the right thing.
Oh yeah,
He still ain't said shit. He still ain't said shit.
Nah, he's gonna save it for the stage. He's gonna save it for the stage. Dave Chappelle probably called him like, "Hey, you a better man than me."
You know what? No road high enough.
Dave Chappelle probably.
I don't think he would have. I don't think
I could have said this.
I don't think he would have went up there to most other comedians. I don't think.
I've seen a lot of people say that. I've seen a lot of people.
Because Dave Chappelle looked like he'd been in the gym anyway, and then plus Dave Chappelle is even worse. Like as far as
Dave Chappelle has shared stories about him beating up a LGBT.
All the things that we
know Dave
Chappelle would say it.
We know
Dave Chappelle got angry.
You having a bald head?
Yeah, he do.
I felt like Dave Chappelle would have slapped him with the mic.
Yeah.
The fuck out of here.
First of all, Dave
You would have said,
Chappelle
"What the fuck?" You said in the
wouldn't have
face.
gotten a chance to hit him in the
He
face.
wouldn't have let him slap.
Been like, whoa.
Oh,
Yeah. Yeah.
hey,
I'm Rick
I
James.
just wanted to bounce back to like the violence thing. Like I don't really have anything against violence. I just think it was such a professional setting that it was
Yeah.
surprising that
I
nobody.
have to agree with that. I have to agree. Like this is
Like,
if
it was anything else, I wouldn't have gave a shit.
I don't
But
think
like
anybody would have even been like, somebody said if it was the BET Awards, we wouldn't have even blinked the eye. And they were absolutely right.
See,
You know that.
Yeah.
But
This
it was
is the
the
Man,
Oscars.
Oscars.
It was
The
just
BET
like
Awards, that actually would have ringed off.
And to what Heather is saying, I'm really glad that Chris Rock didn't hit back, because then it would have turned to this whole, two black men at the Oscars are fighting each other. That's what they do. We would
Ain't taking it nowhere.
like that, because he already fucked up his thing. But my thing is why I think he should be charged is because honestly, because what if it went down that road?
it's just accountability.
Seriously.
Yeah, because
it's just
accountability. Because we get people charged for starting something, and then other people get in, right? So so other people get in, and then someone else gets hurt, and then someone else gets hurt, and that's the thing, because it's not that he got smacked and nothing happened. It's what it could have escalated to, because like Lee said, it's accountability and it's a deterrent.
Yeah.
Because now you're saying, hey, guess what? You could freaking do this, because if someone says something about Shar, right? And Char's upset, and I get it. So honestly, what would have been better if you walked over there and said, "Hey, man, that's not cool because of X, Y, and Z."
To me, it's not necessarily about Will Smith being charged, because I think he deserves it.
Yeah.
It's more about accountability
to show that other people can't do it.
Yeah,
that's what you're putting out there.
Trust. I like Will Smith. I think his apology was genuine. I think his emotions are valid, and like he's a great actor, and he deserved that Oscar. Like I genuinely think that, but I just believe in accountability, and seeing that whole clip would just reminded me like how high we hold these celebrities and some of the immunities we kind of give them.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah.
But
it wasn't that I was just like attacking Will Smith.
But question for y'all: Have y'all read any of his book, like even Spark Notes?
Yeah,
like his book.
No, I haven't.
Okay, so in his book, he says a lot of things about feeling like not quote unquote saying he feels emasculated, but feeling less than and feeling insecure about it. And then he was like saying things in the book like, "I wish I could be like Tupac," and different things like that, like and how he carries himself in certain situations or whatever. Basically, he was saying, I'm just gonna sum it up in a very unnice way. He was saying he felt like he was being a bitch and getting bitched through life. That's what he was saying. Like, in a nutshell. There was no.
Well, we can tell who wears the pants in that relationship. Let's be real here. We can tell.
Jada.
No, but
which is why Jada can give him one look and he gets on stage and smacks Chris Rock. That's the kind of control she has over him.
Yeah, but there's
the dawn.
But there's two things, because I was gonna hit on Heather's points real fast, but I think we hit the first one. It's stature, because I think just because like I said, I do get both sides, because when you take it all out of the vacuum and you see it, I get why Will did what he did, but honestly, it's not right. But we're giving him the pass cup is because of his stature. And that's not right, because what happens is when other people see it, no matter what, they see it and like, oh, I could do that too. And then we have people acting full on the freaking street for no damn reason. So,
I absolutely agree with that. I mean, I feel like Lee and Frankie, like those are good points, because what are you saying? You know, like, okay, by not doing something, you are like unspokenly saying, oh, well, if you have enough status, you can get up here and do whatever you want to do. And I'm like, that's moral and
I've heard people say it too. They're saying if it was a white comic and Will Smith smacked him, the result would have been totally different.
That's a good point too.
So now, like what Char said, just let Chris Rock and clap back, because they would have been oh, look at those Negroes over there doing what they do. But then it would have been the other way around. Oh, look at him, out of control, angry black man doing this, and then people would have hopped up on stage and started to rumble. But the other one is, like you said, you hit it on the head. This is Chris Rock's third Oscars, at least. they bring in there for a reason. But the reason why they bring comics to the Oscars is to say, hey, we're Hollywood, and even though we're up here, we don't take ourselves too seriously. And the other thing too is that Chris Rock doesn't even write all the jokes.
Right.
Yeah,
he
read some of them off the prompter
for that too. And the thing is, this is not Will Smith's first Oscars. So, and that's where he put it on the thing was like Will Smith, you know better. Jada, you know better.
That's true. They do.
So and that was my only rebuttal on that one because the Oscars, they bring the comics to bring the actors down to size and saying, hey, that we're people too.
Excellent point.
Yeah, Jada on Instagram trying to hide behind the veil of it's a season of healing. Man, if you don't take that weak ass meme down.
No, I mean I can heal too because like I said, I'm pissed off at work and stuff like that too. But if I go all crazy right now too, and trust me, I have every reason to go crazy. They're not going to be like, it's a season of healing or I feel bad about this. Because I want to tell my commander because you don't give a fucking shit about me because I feel like he doesn't. But if I say it at a turn, that's what are they going to say, oh, he just had surgery and convalescent leave, but it's a season of healing and blah, blah. No, they're not.
Oh, that sounds like a deeper story over there.
Oh, that is a deeper story.
Yeah, it's quite deep. It's quite deep.
Damn.
Yeah.
But miss me with that season of healing bullshit.
Yeah, same.
I just feel like Jada as a person isn't really the greatest, and like I felt like she kind of orchestrated this in a way too, just because she didn't like this certain thing.
Going back to what I said, Jada has a power hold over Will. She knows how.
I agree.
She knows how to use her. I like to call it seduction. She knows how to use her seduction in a way that it gets to Will. And people do literally anything for her. So. The moment that I'm pretty sure she gave him a look like you better handle that shit, and that's when he went on stage and smacked Chris Rock. Like I'm sure they had some kind of conversation that led to that.
No, it was that meme that I sent.
Which one?
The one where Will starts sweating as soon as he realizes Jada wasn't.
No, it's this one. Oh crap! Let me go.
Man,
I saw
they put Will's face over the guy that was like over the guy that used to be on YouTube yelling "Leave Britney alone."
Oh my God, that's funny.
They put Will's face over that.
That's what happened. That's what happened.
I was crying. I was like, "Yo, this one's." I didn't get a chance to post that one, but that one was really good.
Yeah, I saw a really good one where it was like in a comic style. And then it just has Will Smith like fucking cracking up. And then Jada with like really
and I do want to say I don't know, I don't agree that I don't think she's a bad person. I just think that she knows how to manipulate things in her way to work to her advantage. And I do think that can be dangerous.
Yeah.
I mean, but
I just think it's an undesirable character trait.
Yeah, because like you can be a seductress woman and know how to use that to your benefit in a positive way, but she's using it in.
I don't know, because I feel like honestly, she has a track record now with like just manipulating people and getting them wound up. Because like you look at Will Smith,
that's what I just said. She knows how to manipulate.
You look at August Alsina before. You know what I'm saying? Like she caught him at a moment and she wrapped him up. And you know what I'm saying? He ended up going out sad. You know what I'm saying? Now Will Smith is going out sad.
That's what I'm saying, Smooth. That's what I'm saying.
There's no dude that's up from her.
She knows how to manipulate. That does not make you a bad person overall. Okay, that does not make you a bad person overall.
I got one other thing too, to base off of what Heather said about the whole PC culture with comics. And it's not even that too, because we're sensitive. There's things that are off, and that's the thing is even comics know there's things that are off limits if they know. And we're in a world where people they are upset that they have to show a COVID vaccine card. So now, now, do you want Chris Rock to have the medical chart of everybody else in the freaking Oscars or whatever comedy show he goes to make sure like, oh, okay, I can't make a hair joke about her, I can't make a leg joke about this, I can't do about Frankie. Because the thing is, and that's because and there's a difference, like with Heather, like if a comic directly knows something. And that's what we're talking about earlier. Like it would be different if Chris Rock and Will Smith were BFFs and they knew everything about each other and their families, and he knew that Jada had this condition.
Yeah, that's a different story.
Then the joke is okay, out of bounds. You know how she feels about that. You know she's really you know, we'll say I'll go worst case scenario. You know, she's almost suicidal about that shit, so that's off limits. But the thing is, we don't know. And it's not for Will Smith to say, oh, you should have known that, because the thing is, yes, Jada said it once in 2018. I didn't know about that. She said it again at the end of 2021. I didn't know about that.
I didn't know about 2018.
I didn't know that either.
I knew about the 2021
I didn't know either, but they said it's on the Red Table Talk.
But the thing is, I don't watch the Red Table Talk.
No,
A lot of people don't do it. Right. After the whole entanglement thing, people are like, you know what? We're not doing like I got all I need to know. That's why Will feels emasculated. So I'm not listening to anything else Jada Pinkett Smith has to say. And the thing is, other avenues covered that. So that's how, because I never watched the Red Table, but everybody else covered it. So they're like, oh, entanglement. No one said shit about her hair loss. So that's the thing. Unless you're going to put a public service announcement when we get to the Oscars, or you're going to wear a sign saying, hey, I lost my fucking hair. It's not for Chris Rock to know that you're losing your damn hair.
It's just a bald joke.
Well, no, but that's what I mean.
It's not even like she had like cancer or something and she was dying.
But they're trying to make that is malicious. But as we said, from the 90s, she's had many, many different hairstyles that have ranged from short,
most of them
to bald, to
most
whatever.
Of them fucking short or bald, because she was rocking bald a while ago.
She had the curly
her fade be better than mine
years ago. And I'm like, so he makes one G.I. Jane joke, and all of a sudden everybody's like, that's why I was like, hold on now.
And that's why I think now they go and they get the hair loss and that's why I said they're using that to defend Will Smith, because it's Will Smith. Because a lot of people did not know about it. Because I had a group chat with 20 people and they're all black. Mm-hmm. No one knew about it until I said, "Oh, she said something about it in 2018." Yeah, until
none of us
knew. 2018. Yeah. So even if Will and Jada, that's our demographic market.
So I see why you're saying they're using the alopecia as a way to. I get what you're saying.
Yeah. Right. I get it too now. Yeah.
Because I had no idea about it. Because I'm like, oh, he's not doing it. And because that's the thing. I'm like, a ball joke? Why would he do that? So I had to go up the Google freaking thing to my friends, and they're like, oh shit. And then we're all in the same mind. We see why he did it, but he fucking couldn't have done it. And I told him Chris Rock's a better man than me, because I said he would have got, I'm telling you, kicked in the nuts. I don't even fight fair, but whatever.
And bite his ear like Mike Tyson.
Yeah, I'll kick him in the nuts, but like whatever. Like you come up here, I'm like, yeah. I would have been like freaking Gerald Butler. This is Oscars, and this Sparta kicked him off the stage.
Damn.
Byron, you have any other questions?
Come near me.
Yeah.
Because we're going on 50 minutes.
I was thinking. Thank you, timekeeper.
Do you want to talk about the apology? Everybody talks about the apology, and then we'll wrap it up.
Okay. I guess we could talk about that if y'all want to.
Go ahead.
I can honestly save most of my thoughts for later anyway. I'm finna do another podcast with one of my friends.
What do you think about the apologies?
So I'll get my issue.
What do I think about Will's apology?
Yeah. What do you think about the apologies?
Oh, I mean, well, there's a couple of sides to this, right? If you want to protect your brand and who you are as a famous person, that's what you have to do. Absolutely. However, I do think that Will is apologetic. I could see the hurt in his eyes when he was accepting his award. He apologized when he was accepting the award. I can read people's energy and pick up on people's vibes. I could tell he was genuinely sorry, and he had a moment where he snapped. That's why I really don't. I understand that why you all are saying he should be charged from a this is not okay for anybody to do standpoint. I get that, but I really do think that he sincerely is sorry, and he had a moment of let me protect my woman. So I do believe that he's actually apologetic.
What about you, Heather?
He did say that he said something, I'm paraphrasing here. He said something along the lines of like, he was having a hard time with the, he was saying the moment was hard, for him to accept the award after what had just happened, under that context. He was saying that, but then he also said that love makes you do crazy things. He apologized, but he also justified. I mean, I don't want to say justified, but he gave a reason, right? He gave a reason for his actions, saying like, hey, I just love my wife, and then he apologized, of course, to the people who held the Oscars and things. He did do that. So, I feel like he covered everything that he was supposed to. And even being emotional, he was able to cover all bases and then convey his emotions sincerely, while also saying, hey, I love my wife. So I feel like he did a good job with that. And it didn't seem fake or coming from a place where, like, he didn't come up there like, yeah, that's what you get. Like he wasn't on no Negro shit.
He's like, bitch,
He wasn't on there like, yeah, that's what you get. And if you try it again, like he wasn't up there with attitude.
right.
He was humble. He accepted his award. He apologized for his actions. He let it be known that he loved his wife, his mother, and then other people that he credits his success to. So, I was like, okay, after the dust settled, I feel like Chris Rock, he handled his thing, his demeanor initially well, and then Will Smith followed up with his apology and addressed the situation. He could have said nothing at all, and he could have been rude
Pretty
about
much
it,
did.
and he wasn't.
No,
You always can play devil's advocate.
Nah, I think his apology. I think he was sorry that he did it in the form that he did it at. I think he's sorry that he took away from his moment. I don't think he was sorry for his actions at all, because the one thing he said, he didn't apologize to Chris Rock at all.
No, he didn't. That's true.
He apologized for, because I ruined this moment, and he said, and I hope that you guys will have me back, because that's the thing. He knew that he messed up. He knew that he was out of pocket, and that's what he was apologizing for. And then even after that, after the party and after the Oscars like that, he went to a party like nothing ever fucking happened. And then he waited till the day to finally issue a statement on Instagram apologizing to Chris Rock. So it took you 2 days to literally issue apology to the man that you slapped, and it's on the record, because everybody in Chris Rock's crew was kind of like we had no idea.
Yeah. Well, in his defense, I don't think he, like, for me, and like I said, coming from my opinion of, Will, I think Will did what he had to do. He's not going to get up there and apologize for his actions because he's not sorry for that. Don't disrespect my wife. It's that simple. And and that's why he didn't apologize for that.
No, and that's what I'm saying. And that's why I think it's disingenuous, because I think it was just, he covered all the bases. Like I said, I do think he was swept up in the moment and crying and everything because he won the Oscar, and he was genuinely upset that his actions took away from that moment. And that's why I'm saying that the apology was disingenuous.
Okay,
because I'm saying it was disingenuous. That's
all. For me, like, I felt like the stage apology, it was pretty genuine, and like I felt like he felt genuinely remorseful. Now you are right. He didn't say anything in the direction of Chris Rock in either apologies, really. But like the disdain for, or that comment alone. But like I don't know. I just don't, because like Will in the past has always been like super against violence, super against cursing, like super against like all of this shit. So all of this is real out of character. So there's probably some history we don't really know. Oh, like I said, it sounds like I said at the beginning of the podcast, as from what I was reading, it sounds like Will and Chris Rock had beef before, and maybe there's a little bit of that there. Maybe there's a little bit of the actor portraying a Richard King thing, but because that's a thing. It's happened to actors before, where
Christian Bale.
I know. I was just thinking that too. I immediately went to The Dark Knight. I don't know.
I'm not trying to justify it, but I'm just saying, like, there's different stressors and different reasons that could have impacted that decision making.
You can always count on Lee to give perspective on the mental health aspect, and I appreciate you for that.
Yeah. So my thing is, like, both apologies, like he really was fraud, and the other one is just PR to save himself. Like, all of this is still self-centered. Like all of it is still self-centered at the end of the day, huh?
Is the government there right now?
You lagged out.
You glitched, Byron.
I paused.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
you might
Yeah,
want to
you
start
I
over.
feel like
glitched.
the
Like
government is
your
like
screen
tapped in your
glitched.
computer right now.
Yeah.
Oh shoot, I didn't. Oh dang, that's
You're still
crazy. I
glitching.
didn't even. Okay, so anyway,
They
I'm gonna try this
watching.
again. I'm gonna try this again. So not the government, but Will Smith was not sorry in any of his apologies. Okay, all right. The government ain't
Okay.
apologizing for nothing either. Just for the record, they not gonna apologize ever.
Nah,
Don't
they
expect
never
it.
do.
They
It's
not.
okay.
They not. Black people, we not gonna get a formal apology for
If
slavery.
you're
Just
watching,
stop
make his
asking.
videos look
It's
again.
not gonna happen. Okay.
That's right.
Okay. Before that, we will
I'm
see
dead.
Will Smith and Chris Rock hug, okay, on live television before we would get an apology for slavery. All right. But anyway, yeah, so the apologies, both apologies were self-centered. He's just trying to save himself. I don't buy the whole role thing, the excuse that way, because they shot the movie like well before it even came out in the theaters and well before he even got an Oscar for it. So he's so far removed from that role. He's in a totally different role now. He's doing
Okay,
something
Byron,
else, some
yes.
other movie, some other part of his life. He don't get to bring that up. Like, bro, you like 2 years removed from this movie. You know what I'm saying? It's just like every time you see an Avengers movie, like Marvel movie, like it's a year and a half removed from them being done. Like they've been shot the movie, it's been done. You know what I'm saying? Like all movies are old by the time you get them. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, what the heck? Like, bro was wrong for that. He was foul, and he's finna get his ass roasted every stop of Chris Rock's tour, and I'm here for it. I might go buy a ticket. I just might. You might see me at
I
Chris
feel
Rock
like you
show.
will.
I might do it out of spite. I might do it out of spite.
Yeah, out of spite, I ain't that spiteful.
I'm really not mad at him. I just feel like
Nah.
it makes sense though. To me, it makes sense. Like, enough. It's like enough is enough, and then I just want to circle back. Sorry that I'm doing this, but I wanted to circle back to what y'all were saying earlier. A lot of I noticed a lot of Black men in particular are saying that Chris Rock was an easy target, and that's why he did this. Because everybody's like, well, where was this energy for blah 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 and blah blah blah? If it was blah blah blah, you wouldn't have done that. If it wasn't blah blah blah, you wouldn't have did this. And it was like, that's kind of a good point. I feel like
he got Chris Rock by at least 75 pounds.
Well, that
and like 2 inches in height.
And that's kind of Chris Rock's MO, because Chris Rock's even talked about that too. Because even in the show, like everybody hates Chris, so like that's what he puts himself out as, and it's true. And he kind of just took advantage of it. But that's why I said he's a better man than me, because there ain't no road high enough. I'd have been up out of that tux. I've been choking him with it. I'm telling you, I would have fucked him up at the Oscars.
Shannon Sharp had the best monologue about this ever. And the only reason I won't show it is because Undisputed. They don't play about freaking pulling your videos or whatever it is. Like they're gonna hit you. Like you're not gonna run that. Like so, I ain't finna do it. But if y'all want to go see it, go check out Shannon Sharp on Uncensored. This has been episode 115. Thank y'all for watching. We up out of here, and catch y'all later.
Bye.